If you would like to learn how to change ukulele chords fast, then stick around because this tutorial is just for you.
I'm gonna love you unconditionally. Take your pick.
Hey guys, it's Dylan Laine, and I know firsthand that it can be incredibly helpful to be able to change ukulele chords fast and smoothly without having to stop or pause or think about it. So I'm here to give you some tools to be able to practice changing chords in a way that will allow you to play a song from start to finish without pausing. Now my technique does require practicing on your end. In fact, I'm going to challenge you to practice this 30 minutes per day, 5 days in a row at minimum. I'm sure there are other videos out there that will offer you these secrets or hacks or tips, so you could either spend the next half hour searching for all of these different magic ways that you can change chords faster, or you can spend the next half hour actually practicing what I'm going to teach you, and I can promise you that that will get you much better results. If you practice this method 30 minutes a day, 5 days in a row, I can guarantee you that you will see a significant improvement in your ability to change chords fast. Before we get started, I have made you a cheat sheet to go along with this tutorial. It will have all of the information that I'm about to teach you typed out so that you can print it out or download it and have it right in front of you. I'll post a link to that cheat sheet in the description box down below. If you're new here and you're interested in growing as a musician or a songwriter, then you should definitely subscribe. The first thing we're going to do is take the 4 chords C, G, F, and A minor because they are some of the most popular chords that we see in the songs we know and love today, and we're going to look at all of the different 2-chord combinations we can make with those 4 chords. We have C to G or G to C, C to A minor or A minor to C, C to F or F to C, G to A minor or A minor to G, G to F or F to G, and A minor to F or F to A minor. What I want you to do is to take each of those 2-chord combinations and practice switching between them very slowly. For example, for the first 2-chord combination, you're going to practice switching between C and G. Go back and forth between the 2 chords with 2 simple down strums each. Down, 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 down. The trick is to slow it down so slow that you don't have to pause between the switching. So for example, let's say I slow that down to half that speed. Down, 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 down. Having those 2 down strums per chord will help you to keep a steady beat. Some people will recommend that you use a metronome, which you're definitely free to do as well. You can download a free metronome app on your phone or computer. However, you don't have to use a metronome. You could just simply do the 2 down strums per chord. Once you get comfortable switching between the 2 chords with that speed, then you can gradually speed up your pace. So let's go a little bit faster now. C, G, C, G. Once that gets comfortable, go a little bit faster. C, G, C, G. So now there are 2 critical things that I want you to know. First of all, whenever your hand is on chord 1, so C, while you're playing chord C, you need to be thinking about your next chord, which in this case is going to be G. So I'm going to be thinking about, okay, these 2 fingers are going to go down next and this one's going to go over. Then when I go back to C, I'm going to lift these up and move this over. So I'm thinking about the finger shape in my mind as I'm playing each chord. I'm thinking about the next chord's finger position and hand shape. Doing this will help me to get to the next chord much quicker, plus the added time that I've given myself by slowing everything down. The second thing I want you to know is how to practice this. So I've already discussed that I want you to only work on 2 chords at a time, which is why we have those different 2-chord combinations, and that I want you to practice very slow until it gets comfortable, then gradually speed it up. But I also want you to set a timer for 5 minutes per each 2-chord combination. So since we have 6 different 2-chord combinations, with 5 minutes spent on each one, 5 times 6 is 30, giving us that 30-minute practice session. Now, as you're practicing that 2-chord combination for 5 minutes, it's going to feel incredibly boring and monotonous and repetitive. It's not going to be pleasing to your ears. You're gonna wanna go to the next one. You're gonna feel like, okay, I get it. Don't think about it. Don't let that get to you. Just keep practicing it because that's ultimately what's gonna make you quicker at changing the chords. Let me tell you why this practicing method is effective. If you can complete this exercise 5 minutes per 2-chord combination, a total of 30 minutes a day, 5 days in a row, you're going to build what's called your muscle memory. Whenever you build your muscle memory, what that means is that you are increasing your ability to change chords without even thinking about it. This is happening due to that constant, boring, repetitive repetition that's going on with your hands as you're switching back and forth 5 minutes in a row. Your brain is memorizing the shapes and the patterns that are going on with your hands and your fingers. Eventually, if you do this enough times, enough days in a row, you'll be able to do it closing your eyes. G, C, G, C, F, A minor, F, A minor, G, C, A minor, F. With enough practice, you will be able to switch chords quicker and even with your eyes closed if that's a goal that you would like to achieve. Okay, so let's say you've achieved being able to change chords quick between C, F, G, and A minor, and you want to move on to some different 2-chord progressions. Another set of 4 chords that go great together are G, D, C, and E minor. The different 2-chord combinations for that chord progression are G to D or D to G, G to C or C to G, which we actually already did in our previous progression, G to E minor or E minor to G, D to C or C to D, D to E minor or E minor to D, and C to E minor or E minor to C. So you can apply the same exact practicing method that we used for our C, F, G, A minor chord progression to the G, D, C, E minor chord progression. What I would recommend is spending an entire week not even practicing your ukulele songs and just practicing your transitions. If you're able to change chords quickly and smoothly, having that ability will give you the ability to play any song from there on out much easier, and ultimately that will make it more fun for you. If after 5 days, 30 minutes per day of practicing this technique, you feel that you're progressing but that you haven't yet arrived at where you want to be, then keep practicing that. Or you could then split your time in half and say, okay, for 15 minutes every day I'm going to work on my transitions, and for the other 15 minutes I'm going to work on my songs. Or you could have an hour practice session and do 30 minutes with transitions and 30 minutes practicing your songs. It's all up to you, but the thing is that most of us don't have the time to practice. We have to make time to practice. And if ukulele is something that you really want to grow in and that you really enjoy doing, don't allow frustration to get in the way of getting better at your skill. In other words, if you're playing your songs and you're getting frustrated because you can't switch chords, don't keep trying to play the song, work on switching the chords. And the best way that you can work on switching chords, in my opinion, is by doing the exercise that I'm teaching you in this video. Again, if you would like to download the cheat sheet for this video, I'll post a link to that in the description box down below. It'll have everything I just talked about written out for you. Also, if you would like to see some additional ukulele tutorials that I have, I'll post that in either the description box or the comment box down below. Until next time, remember to play right and spread the light.
Joy comes for free, oh, it's living inside of me, dancing through